My name's Zio, and yep, you guessed it, we got us a headline to unpack here. The last one of 2024. Our main hero is back to give us a scoop for January and beyond. The Super Genesis Festival rolls on until the end of January, with lots of goodies to be had. Lots of nice stuff here to help you ring in the new year and help you catch up if you've been away for a while. On New Year's Day, Central City is decked out for the new year, and of course the Region Megs and the Rappies get in on the fun. Our girl Shandy is back with some new goods in the shop. January 8th brings us the new limited time quest Drill, Large Enemy Cleanup Op. This one will have you and 7 others scoring off against giant mutant enemies one after the other, and be on the lookout for some tricky gameplay elements. January 14th brings us a new duel quest with a familiar fiend from Phantasy's past. This is called Extra Duel Fictitious Beam. Now how they're doing this is depths 1 through 4 will be available right off the rip. They'll add 2 more depths every other week up to depth 10. They'll each have 10 ranks apiece, with each fight getting tougher as you progress. This is a one-on-one fight against Ruin Masquerader. Those who played the original PSO2 might recognize this guy. As you make your way through the ranks, this fiend will have new moves in its repertoire. This quest has material items that you can use to make a PP-focused alternative to Lux Al Finale. January 22nd brings us the limited time urgent quest, Planet Crusher Assault D2. This is a weaker version of Malignant Darkfall's Dalian with no timer and no death counter. But this is only here until the beginning of February. This quest drops materials for an alternative to Grand Gladiosol. January 22nd also gives us the new limited time quest, Snowfield Cleanup Op. As the name implies, this one has you and 7 others tangling with hordes of baddies in South Kavaris. Completing side missions and making effective use of your Moras will be the keys to victory in this challenge. So that's what's on deck for January. Now we come to everyone's favorite part, the Operation Report. Series producer Daiki Hamazaki came and said a few words thanking the player base for their continued support. He also gave us a glimpse of what's on deck for the coming year. We have the Super Genesis Festival going until the end of January, alongside the Freerun collaboration. That includes the content we just talked about. In February and March, we have the urgent quest Darkfall's Vael Suppression, an update to Lucille, 3 limited time quests, 7 relay quests, and an extra dual quest update, and of course a long-awaited story update to tie in with the Darkfall's Vael UQ. There's the Hunter expansion, and of course level 100. There's also going to be a new scratch ticket campaign and a collaboration with an anime based on a light novel. April and May bring us the NGS 4th anniversary and Alpha Super Origin Festival 2025. This gives us a new standing quest and 5 limited time quests. The Braver expansion is also on deck for April, and of course another collab with an anime based on a light novel. June and July. Now this is where they tend to roll out the good stuff. So a field update, 3 limited time quests, limited time urgent quest, and an ultra high difficulty standing party quest. New field area of course means new enemies. There's a SEGA title collab, probably Sonic, and a collab with a sci-fi fantasy toy line. Just say it's Frame Arms already. Woo! Nobody gives a shit! So, August onwards, they kind of broke with tradition here. So, limited time, urgent quest, probably an 8-man version of that ultra high difficulty standing quest from before, new limited time quest, and a story update. Oh my goodness. On top of that, a new action system and new enemies. This comes off as being somewhat meager compared to previous years. I know that this is just the 30,000 foot view and they flesh this stuff out month by month. I do have a theory on this, but I feel like that could be its own video. Hamazaki did say the devs are all hands on deck working on the new field area and the new main story. Anyway, on to the Q&A. Would it be possible to make it so we start in our own creative space on login? They said this would be too hard due to technical reasons and would require some pretty major changes. Are there any plans to increase the number of items you can put up for sale in personal shops? They said yes. Starting in February, you'll be able to sell up to 50 items. Will Line Strike ever support all-ship matchmaking? They said they're testing it for unranked matches. Next headline is January 28th. I don't know, some of this looks cool, but we'll have to wait and see how it pans out. I feel like a lot of us who have been around the block, so to speak, have felt that a lot of things have been phoned in over the past couple of years. I feel like whatever they have coming down the pike had better knock our damn socks off. Otherwise, even more players are gonna quit. More content creators are gonna pivot away from the game out of sheer frustration, and then what do you have left? Not even the goddamn whales are gonna save it. I don't know, I think it all comes down to whether or not they get any of that super game cheddar. I'm not here to debate as to whether or not NGS falls into that category. That being said, I do still encounter the occasional newcomer in my streams. Speaking of streams, I stream on Twitch a few days a week. Come on by and hang out sometime, we'd love to have you. Anyway, that's a wrap. I hope you have a blessed day. And remember, till then, don't self be true. Until next time, farewell.